Alright, I welcome every one of you to this tutorial. It's our first video for this course. Video 1, Introduction to MS Excel and its interfaces. Before I proceed, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Godson Benjamin. I am your host on this tutorial. Now, as we proceed, we're going to take a quick introduction to MS Excel and its interfaces. So, start. So, what is MS Excel? MS Excel is a spreadsheet software developed by Microsoft Corporation that is designed for making calculations, analyzing data, and presenting data in a tabular and graphical format. It is an essential tool for businesses, students, and individuals who wish to organize and analyze data. It allows users to input numerical data into cells and perform calculations on that data using formulas and functions. Overall, Excel is a powerful tool that can help users save time and increase productivity by automating repetitive tasks and providing valuable insights into their data, whether a beginner or an advanced user. Learning Excel can significantly benefit your professional and personal life. Now, quickly, let us look at application of Excel, MS Excel. So, why learn Excel? Earlier data management and calculative work were done manually, but with Excel, everything became automated. If we see all the business fields, including finance, marketing, engineering, and human resources, especially the businesses which deal with large amounts of data, use Excel. Excel is a powerful tool that is used for a variety of purposes. It is basically used for creating spreadsheets, which are essentially tables that can be used to organize and manipulate data. It allows users to perform complex calculations, create charts and graphs, and analyze large amounts of data quickly and efficiently. One of the most common uses of Excel is in business settings. Companies use Excel to track sales figures, manage budgets, and analyze financial data. It is also basically used in scientific research, where it can be used to organize and analyze experimental data. It is also popular among individuals who need to manage personal finances or keep track of household expenses. It can be used to create budgets, track spending habits, and plan for future expenses. Now, let us quickly look at who should be proficient in MS Excel. All the students as their future demand it. Chartered accountants, CA, CFAs, finance students, working professionals. For those who dream of working as finance analysts, market analysts, research analysts, or investment bankers, Excel is the language they should speak. For those who are freshers and want to enter the job market, then Excel is the landing point for them. Now we're going to look at the interface of Microsoft Excel. The interface of Microsoft Excel. Now, the interface of Microsoft Excel. Now, at the top here, we have what we call the title bar. The title bar contains the name of the software, the name of the workbook you're working on, and the software name. For example, here the name of the workbook here is tutorial, and by default, if you are using it for if you are opening it for if you are opening it for the very first time, the workbook name here by default is book 1. If you can see it on your own right now, is book 1. So by default it's called book 1. So when you save it with a specific name, it appears with the name you titled it. And here the software name is Excel. So the title bar also contains the minimizing button, maximizing and restore button, and the closing button that you can use to close your workbook. Now at the top left hand side, we have what we call the quick access toolbar. The quick access toolbar contains shortcuts that you can use to quickly perform actions on your workbook. Such There are three by default: the uh, save shortcut, and the undo shortcut, and the redo shortcut. Now you can customize what appears on the quick access toolbar by clicking on the drop down arrow here, and check and click and unclick if you don't want anyone to appear, or you check in to have a new one on the list. Now as I check on that one, the open button is activated on the quick access toolbar. So that is it for quick access toolbar. Now move down to what we call ribbons. All these are ribbons, and ribbons have divided into tabs, as you can see. Now, what is a ribbon? A ribbon is a command bar that displays the software features or functions. So that is what's called a ribbon. So ribbon have tab. So the first tab here is the file tab. The file tab is used to manage, is used for file management, your workbook management, where we have informations. The information contains protecting workbook, how to protect and check issues, manage workbook. Here is a place you can password your workbook so that nobody will alter your work. You can have new workbook. Then you want to have a fresh workbook. You click on new, then click on blank workbook. It gives you a new uh, workbook entirely. So you can see I have a new one. So the title here by default is book 1, as I said. So now you can open a recent workbook, or open your workbook which you previously stored. You can save your workbook using the file tab too. You can save as workbook. This one works when you want to save your workbook with a new name, or in a new locations on your computer. So this print, you can print your workbook, and you can share your workbook to an email. You can export your workbook. You can export it to PDF or whichever format you want. You can close your workbook from here. And that is it for the file menu. In case you're using an earlier version, this file menu here is replaced with a office button. So the office button on the from 2010 downwards is the file menu here. So that is it for the file menu. Now we have the home menu. The home menu is open or active by default when you launch the MS Word, MS Excel software. So it's the most commonly used tab, and it has much more functions that you'll be working with. So it's also divided into groups. We have the Clifford group, the font group, the alignment group, the number group, the styles group, the sales group, and editing group. Now, the clipboard will contain shortcuts such as copy, cut, copy, paste, and format painter. And the font group is where we have the style, font size, where you want to increase the size of your text, where you want to change the style of your text. That's where you use the font style. So it also has bold, where you want to bold in your text, right? Where you want to italize your text, where you want to underline your text. And here we have the border. So the border are lines. So these grid lines you see here, all these grid lines, they are not active, they are not visible when you print out. For example, I want to perform a print. I say Ctrl P. So say we didn't find anything to print, so it's not visible. If you do it on your own, it will appear. But if you add border to your cells or to your work, it will appear like this. You select the area that you want, then click click on the drop down arrow here and select all borders. That is the most popularly used one here, is all borders. Now, so you can still remove it if you want, but when you're printing, it's recommended that you add your border so that the grid lines will appear very well. As you can see, it appears very well here. So that is it. That is it for that border. So we also have undo. So that is it. I'm back to my previous work. So that is it for the font group. Now also we have this one is fill color. You can fill your, this one is used for fill your cell a color. You can select any color of your choice that you wish to color your cell. This one is text color, so you can give your text a color of your choice by clicking here and selecting the color of your choice. You understand? And that is it for the font group. And also have a this thing is called a dialog box launcher. It gives you a broader view of that group functions or features. It gives you a broader view of it. So that is the function of this dialog box launcher. And we have the alignment group where you align your text. We have center alignment, we have right alignment, left alignment, top alignment, we have the middle alignment, we have the bottom alignment. We also have under the alignment group, we also have the rotation tool, where you can rotate your text. You can see we have angle, counter clockwise, we have angle clockwise. So you can rotate your text the way you would desire. For example, I want to use angle counterclockwise, so it gives me that very angle that is displayed there. So that is it. We also have under the alignment, we have the merge and center. This merge and center is used to merge cell, to have to merge two or more cells together to get a broader cell, in case you want to have a very long title. So what you do is to highlight the area you want, or how lengthy you want it, and click on merge and center. It will merge and center your text. So that is the function. So there is difference between merge and center and just to merge a cell. If you want to merging a cell does not center your text. That is different. For example, I type a text here, so I want to merge it. If I click like this and do merge, open the dialog box and say merge, it does not, it will merge it, as you can see, and it does not center it. So that is different. So we also have the number group. This one we have a percentage, we have percentage, we have date and time. So these are formats that you can put on your number group. So while we proceed, we are going to explore more of this in our exercises. I will also have the style group, where we have conditional formatting, format as table, while cell styles. This one is styles. When you're working on tables, you can condition your table. We are going to explore all of this in our where we proceed on this course. We have the cells group, where you can format your cells. You can insert new cells, you can delete cells, you can format cells. And we have editing group, where we have auto sum, fill, clear, sort and filter options, find and select options. We're going to explore all this while we proceed on this course. So the next thing we're going to look at is this is a vertical scroll bar, sorry, horizontal scroll bar, that you can view your work from top to bottom. You can view your worksheet from top to bottom. And here we have the vertical scroll bar, and here we have what we call the status bar. The status bar contains informations including by default the sum, count, and average of any highlighted range. It also contains the zoom and zoom slider. This is the zoom and zoom slider. This is the zoom and zoom slider, which are used to increase the width or the size of the worksheet. You can use it to either zoom in or zoom out. This zoom in and this one to zoom out. You get. And so here we have the view buttons. This is, by default is always on the normal view. So we also have this page layout view. So it gives you the exact page. It breaks the page for you, and so that you know each page. But by default it's always on normal view. We have the page break view. This one breaks your page. You see, it's showing us page 1. It breaks your page, and this one is page 2, as you can see. So that is it for. And also have this one is navigation button. So it's used to navigate from cell to cell. Maybe it's 100%. This one is used to navigate through your worksheet. You can see we still have hidden. This line here shows you that there are hidden worksheet or sheet. So we're going to still talk about this sheet while we proceed on the course. Now we're going to look at a pictorial of interface of MS Excel. We're going to look at the picture that shows us the parts. Now this is the pictorial presentation of MS Excel interface. Now, as we said before, if you are using MS Excel 2010 and below, you have Office button as your file tab. Okay, this is access toolbars. We talk about the save, undo, and redo, and this is the title bar we talk about. You get. This is the closing, minimizing, maximizing, and closing button. So these are ribbon tabs, as I said, and these are the ribbons. And we have the formula bar. We're going to talk about this. This is a name box. This is active cell, and this is horizontal split control. This is used to split your work into two. To split your worksheet into two horizontally, and this is the vertical split control. This is to split your work into two vertically. And this is status bar I talked about. This is the view button. This is the worksheet tabs. We're going to talk about all this. So let us look at some terms you need to know in Excel. Sometimes you need to know. Excel is a spreadsheet software SaaS package. An Excel file is called a workbook. A workbook consists of worksheet, sheet 1, sheet 2, and sheet 3. A worksheet is made up of columns and rows. Columns are the vertical lines, while the rows are the horizontal lines. I'm still going to explain this while we proceed. Columns are labeled with alphabet letters A, B, C, while rows are labeled with numbers 1, 2, 3. The intersection or meeting points of columns and rows form a rectangular box called a cell. So continue. Every cell has its own name. This is by using the column alphabet letter and row number, e.g. cell A1. There are 65,336 rows and 256 columns in a worksheet. That is in a single worksheet like this. In a single sheet like this, we have 65,536 rows and 256 columns in a worksheet. The file extension of MS Excel is XLSX for latest version, then XLOS for earlier versions. File extension is the identification of a file format. Syntax of a function is the layout and order of application of the function. A ribbon is a command bar that displays the program features and functions. This marks the end of this session. We are going to start with another session. Thank you.